welcome back to Haunt the Collector with me, Jace, and a little bit of a change of scenery for this one because I felt it was quite apt for the content of this video to come and sit with my Masters Collection piece, which is the Escape Off the Road, because after the Dead Marshes piece was revealed, I started thinking quite a bit about the Masters Collection, and I was looking at the other pieces. I believe the first one was the Gandalf on Cart piece, which was followed, you might have to correct me on this, I know there was the Gollum piece, and then I think it was obviously the infamous and highly sought after Treebeard. Then they had the Thandril throne, then this, and then the Dead Marshes. So, and I started thinking about what I thought might be the next Masters Collection piece, or potentially the next piece in the Masters Collection line. So I sat and watched the extended versions of Lord of the Rings, all three films, twice, with that, solely that in mind. Now, obviously, there is a multitude of things that they could be. So I did it on the basis, I've picked 5. Now, these are my 5 personal favourites that I'd picked out of, I forget how many I'd got, that I felt could be potential Masters Collection pieces of the future for Weta to do. But they were also my 5 favourite ones. So, yeah, as you'll see. Now, the first one's going to surprise you. The first one is going to surprise you. Now, I've always liked this little bit of a scene in the film, and it's from Fellowship. And it's Arwen, when she's on her horse. You know, she draws her sword, and she's got Frodo slumped over, and she's there facing the Nine at the ford of Rivendell. That bit. That her. I mean, imagine that on a base like this. Her on a horse with that. Oh, I love Arwen's sword. With that sword, and say you got Frodo as well, and the water going over the horse's hooves and all that. I think that would look awesome. I think that would be an incredible potential for a future Masters Collection piece. I really, really do, guys. So that was my first one. Now my next one, now you've got to bear with me on this one. Again, it's from Fellowship. And this one won't surprise you one bit. Again, I'm sitting here so you can get a rough idea. I'm thinking bases at least this size. You're not going to be surprised at this one. Watcher in the water. Yeah, right now, Watcher in the water. So he's coming out on the back over this side. You can make the base bigger. And then having Frodo suspended in one of his tentacles up in the air like he was. Yeah, how cool that? I mean, they've got Frodo suspended under the water, so I'm sure Weta can get him suspended up in the air, no problem. But also, how cool would it look right on this end bit here? You've got Boromir coming in, actually slashing through one of the tentacles, and you could actually have it that it's severed, so the one tentacle you'd have to attach it to another one. So that was my second one, which, you know, I'd really, really love to see, potentially, you know, as one to be considered for a Masters Collection. Obviously, I love the Watcher in the Water. I love my dark scenes and the dark characters. Now, the next 2 are very, very similar, in so much as they would have to be a bust. Now, I don't know if a bust is something that would make it into a Masters Collection piece. I don't know, but the first one really was when I watched Return of the King through, and I saw it. Well, actually, I saw it in Two Towers, and I was like, "Wow!" I saw it. Then again, when I watched Return of the King afterwards, I was like even more convinced. Those of you who are very, very quick will think, "What is in Two Towers and Return of the King?" Mummakill, yeah, a Mummakill head, which would be enormous. I know, to have it at 6 scale. Especially, you know, when it's sort of with its mouth open, roaring with those huge tusks and everything else. That in, I mean, it would literally almost be the size of this cabinet. But imagine it as well, guys, how awesome that would be. You could have it sort of mounted on like a bus type base, you know, so it. But with this guy sat on it, riding it. Now, I don't know how conceivable it would be to do that, but I just thought, how cool would that look? And I can't, honestly, you'll have to correct me on this. I can't remember any Mummakill pieces being done in quite a while. And I'm struggling to actually even think. I know a smaller scale one was done. I can't remember which company did it. I saw images of that, but that was years ago. But one hasn't been done for donkeys. So, yeah, that one. Now, the other one, again, this is a bust one, and I don't really need to say too much because Weta have already done a Fell Beast bust. So this one, I suppose, is a bit of a cop-out one, but it just looked so cool, and I love the Witch King. So it was like, you know, I saw this image, and I thought that would look so great because I know how fantastic the Weta Fell Beast bust is because I owned it, and like a complete dick, I sold it. True story. But you know, if they did it like as a Masters Collection piece with him on, but I'll be honest with you, because I've had a day or two to think about it, I did think, yeah, but given the two options, I'd actually go for the Mumma Kill one because I think that would be way more impressive. But anyway, it was just an idea. Now my last one, you're gonna love this. I don't even need to describe this to you. I don't need to say anything about this one because this has to be done. This has to be done. Now, as we know from the email, I know Weta, you guys watch my videos, so I hope you're watching this one. I'm going to tag the living shit out of it, so you do. I hope that you do, because this needs to be done. This needs to be a Masters Collection piece, and, you know, even if you guys don't do it, you know, we've got Prime 1, we've got Queens, we've got Infinity, we've got Darkside. Somebody needs to do this. Now, I'm not even going to say, I'm not even going to have to say anything or describe it. I'm just going to show you this image. I'm just going to show you this image, guys. And I know you're all going to jump up, point at the screen and go, yes, because we need it. And it's this. I don't need to say any more, do I? I don't need to say any more. Could you imagine that on a slightly bigger base than this? I mean, you've got Shelob over here, Sam. You can have the rock walls behind it. You know, a little LED feature on the Light of a Loon, or whatever the hell, I can never remember the bloody name of that sodding thing. In Sam's hand. I mean, how cool would that be as a Masters Collection piece? I mean, oh my God, that's got to be done. Someone's got to do that. Well, it might as well, you know, come on, you guys, you've got to think of that, seriously think of that as a Masters Collection piece. Maybe you're already thinking of it. Maybe you're already thinking of it. If you do it, give us a shout out because of my video. Yeah. That for me is my number one. That is in number one, pole position. That is my, along with having a quarter scale Mouth of Sauron on horseback. I already know where he's going. I'm going to get a plinth made for that. This would be my next one. This would be my next most desired Lord of the Rings piece to be done. It would be my most desired diorama, I think, would be that Sam and Shelob. It's just the piece that it needs to be done. It needs to be done. Sam and Shelob, you know. Sam, for me, the true hero of Lord of the Rings. You know, for me, he's such a likable character, and so yeah, that for me is my number one of the five. Now, like I said at the start of the video, there's a multitude of things that could be approached or done or considered. I mean, who would have come up with that Dead Marshes piece? No one would have realistically come up with that. Even when they told us the Dead Marshes, I didn't think that, and nowhere near did I think anything like that. So, you know, they're the experts, they're the masters at this. But those are my five. So let me know in the comments what you think to my five, my potential hopeful five Master Collection pieces for the future. What are yours? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think of my ideas. Let me know what yours are. Shove it in the comments below. Before I go, literally my money today has gone out for Legolas. It's paid, done. So I noticed that collector, the one who did the Aragorn images, he's got his now already. So I'm hoping Legolas will be here. Prime 1 Studios, Legolas, obviously. I'm hoping he'll be here in the next sort of 2 weeks, all being well. Maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3. But soon anyway. So there'll be an unboxing coming up in the next few weeks. Superb. Is there anything else before I go? I don't think there is. I've literally come home from work. Again, guys, come home from work, dive straight into a video. Yeah. It's throwing me off being in here. Anything in the comment, let me know in the comments what you think of my selections, what your selections, anything else, shove it in the comments below. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like, and if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel. That's it from me. I'm going to have a brew and I'm going to have a chill in front of the telly, and I will catch you all on the next video, and I hope you all have a great week. And as ever, guys, really appreciate the support. Cheers for watching. Catch you all soon. Take care of yourselves. Ta-ra.